All right. If you are a longtime viewer of Mark Reviews, then you know that I showed you how to clean out a fish tank, and I also gave you a review of this particular fish tank, which is the Aqueon 20 LED light fish tank. Now, it's not supposed to be this murky and green, okay? So one of the issues that we've had is that the fish that we have are goldfish, and goldfish are dirty. I mean, they are carp. They're kind of bottom feeder fish. So by nature, it's going to be kind of algae filled and murky. Okay, this was crystal clear a week ago. 1 week ago. I cleaned this exactly a week ago, and it got this bad in a week. So there are a couple of things that you can do to minimize algae in your tank. And one of those things is you can introduce reduce phosphate, because phosphates contribute to algae growth. Or you can upgrade the filter on your tank. So the filter that this tank comes with is the Aqueon Quietflow 20, and we're going to upgrade that to the 30. So technically, the Quietflow 30 can work on a 45-gallon tank. Now this is just a 20-gallon tank, so I am going to more than twice as big as we need to for the size of tank we have. And this is going to filter 200 gallons per hour. That's the flow rate of the filtration. So we're going to swap that out. And I'm going to show you, some of the first things to look at. When you get this box and you open it, everything is still packaged in here. So by looking at this filter, you can see the basic components of the one that's on there, because they're almost exactly the same. I'll give you kind of my first impressions of the differences too. Okay, so I've removed some of the packaging. So there's your electrical cord. And anytime you plug in a cord, you want to make sure there's kind of a dip before it goes to your outlet, because if there's any kind of water that leaks in any way, it's going to follow the line of your cord. And if that goes straight into an electrical socket, you're going to short it out. So this one, same as the other. You want to make sure that that's dropping down there. Okay, now there's tape on the sides here that is likely holding in some other pieces that are on the inside. And one major difference in this pump, this filter, versus the other one, is that this one has an LED indicator light that's going to plug in right here to indicate to you when you need to change your filter. So that's going to pop in there. There's the filter itself, and there's the holder for the filter. Now there are a couple different parts. I'm not reading all the instructions because I already have one of these and I understand the basics of how this thing works. Okay? So this is how your water works, okay? This is the bottom part that's going to suck up all the water. So that's going to stick down into the tank. These fish are curious what I'm doing here. You pop that on the bottom. This is the pump itself. This is the part that's actually sucking the water up through here into this part. Then it'll come in the top, through here into the bottom, kind of in a chamber down there. And then all of that is going to get sucked through this filter once I take the plastic off, and then start to cascade out through here. Now this piece in the front, that's a major difference between the old pump and this new one that we're going to install. That particular one is an Ammonia Reducer. So it removes excess or toxic ammonia from the water. Okay? And if there's too much ammonia in your water, it can harm your fish. So that's a good thing to remove. I'm going to take this out while I'm looking at it. Okay, these are disposable filters. And this Quietflow 30 takes the large size replacement filters. So size-wise, I'd say that's close to like a 4x6 or so. Almost a 5x6, and that's pretty massive. So these filters always have the word front on there, and so does this. That says front. So you're going to slide it inside. Okay? And then you stick that whole assembly in the slot where it fits. And that's that. Now, because I don't know anything about this LED light function, a couple of coupons for other Aqueon things, I'm going to take a quick peek at the instructions. LED indicator. Okay, so I need to rinse that filter under cold water to remove carbon dust. Install cartridge as shown. Okay, good. Pump is already assembled. Alright, so it says nothing about that LED indicator light. And that's in the section that says installation. So, I'm going to look at an exploded view here. Okay, diffuser. LED indicator, still not helpful. Oh, here we go. Replacing. So the LED cartridge has batteries. So it's telling you installing the LED cartridge, change indicator batteries, which I think are just inside it. And there they are, they're in there. When in doubt, just use your best guess when it comes to stuff that's more mechanical than anything. Okay, so there's some plastic on there. Oh, alright. So if you pull it out all the way, you're going to lose both your batteries. Awesome sauce. Okay, so that really is just a tab to be able to pop the batteries back out. Okay, batteries. On top of the ribbon. Plus and minus. This is reminding me of that scene in Toy Story where Woody gets frustrated. He's like, plus is positive, minus is negative. Oh, let me. Because he gets frustrated. Okay. So the batteries are now installed. The contact point is good to go. Take a peek at the cover here. This is where this nestles in. So on the bottom, you'll see little contact points, little metal pieces. And in the bottom of this, you can see the other end of the lead, so let's stick that in. Pop it in there. Okay, I'm going to assume that that's correct. I don't truthfully know how it's actually going to monitor when the last time I changed the filter was, but okay. So that's the whole assembly, then this just kind of nestles over the backside. So the next step, and I'm going to do this when the video is done here, but you can see on this hood, there's a quick way to show it. Okay, you can see on the hood that there's another cutout here. So this small cutout probably isn't going to be large enough. Ooh, actually it might snuggle right in there, it might nestle in. If it's not large enough, then you need to pop out this second section to make a larger opening, which is what I was planning on doing anyway. Then you just plug it in, and like I said before, make sure that the cord is routed correctly so that it doesn't go straight to the outlet, and you're good to go. And one last comment on this portion of it. See that little sponge in the front here? There are 3 different kinds of spongy things you can put in there. They have an ammonia reducer, carbon, or a phosphate remover. So the carbon would reduce, pollutants and other things that would improve clarity, which would be nice, and reduce odor. And the other one reduces the phosphates that contribute to algae growth, and that's the one we've had the biggest problem with. So that is a removable piece, as is this filter that I mentioned before. Okay, this whole assembly, it ran us $40, almost exactly, $39.99. So a little bit of an investment, but if it's going to mean that I don't have to clean out this fish tank as often, or that our fish will be happier and this will look better, then I think it's worth it. Okay, it's just a quick unboxing and overview of what the Aqueon Quietflow 30 is, what you get in the box, and a little preview of the installation. I'm going to clean this out now, and then I'll give you a review of its performance after I've given this maybe a week or so to do its thing. Okay, that'll do it. If you like this video, I'm sure you'll find others on this channel that you like. Please subscribe by clicking on my son's picture frame of Legoland. We've never actually been there. And then over on this side, click on some of the other videos that I've made. Thanks.